Hello, listeners. My name is Charles Scott. Programming which you're about to listen to is called Can We Talk? And I'm here with Charles Scott Jr.
How you guys doing today?
We come to you on a weekly basis. We talk about different issues that are occurring within the community. And basically, we are real estate brokers. And we are here to tell you about some of the exciting things that are going on within not only the area, but within the country. And also to try to give you some information that may be able to help you.
Yes.
Again, like I said, my name is Charles Scott. I'm the broker with Tri-State Realty. And we're located in Bridgeport, Connecticut, with offices in Waterbury and also in New Haven. But more than that, we are here to serve you, to give you information, try and help you. And what do you think about that?
Definitely. We're here to help the people. Each week we come to you here. We record on Mondays, but you can also look on YouTube, Facebook. We're on demand, as some people say. You don't have to tune in on TV exactly.
Exactly. One of the things that every week we try to figure out what content or what information that we can give you that may help you. And one of the things that we were thinking about talking about is the economy.
Yes, because as you see, we have an impending recession coming in. That's normal. As you know, we've had 10 years of growth since our last recession in 2007, 2008. We've seen growth throughout the years, but then COVID came in, and actually it's going to make this recession very unique.
Things go up and things come down.
Yes.
Main thing is that how long do they stay down? In the stock market, I guess they would call it a correction.
Yes.
Things can't keep going up forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. And then again, we wouldn't want that to happen because look at what's happening with inflation.
Yes, you see with inflation, we go to a grocery store. I'll be honest, one of our clients, he's in the grocery industry, he said 99-cent eggs, they're gone. You're never going to see that again in the current economy we're in right now.
So what's happening is the prices have been going up. The prices of gas has been going up. The price of food, the price of meats is going up. There's the crisis with the baby formula that we're involved in. So one of the things that you have to do is figure out, how do you survive in a market like this? What are some of the things that you do? And that's what we hope to talk about today, to give you maybe some ideas. It's not all doom and gloom.
Yes.
We've pulled through some of everything throughout history, and we're going to pull through this.
Yes, most definitely, because one thing people say during a recession is where a lot of millionaires are made. A lot of people, become independent. They start their own businesses and they look into things they wouldn't normally do in a healthy economy.
Exactly. I don't know who said it, but they say more businesses are created in a down market than in an up market because people are looking for a job. They look for a job and they decide to go out and start their own business. In many cases right now, for example, there's ways that you can go out and start your own business. Doesn't take a lot of money. Many of the big lawn maintenance companies that are out there now started out with a man on a lawnmower.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of the Fortune 500 companies started in someone's basement, So it's definitely possible for people to, and in today's age, you have the internet. You can do so much. You can look on YouTube.
That's true.
Yes.
The internet has made it possible for a lot of people to go out there and start their own business. I know that they were portraying on TV not too long ago the internet moms and the people that were staying home, taking care of their children, and started a home-based business that took off. And after the COVID died down, they needed a brick-and-mortar big building in order to just fulfill the offers, the orders that were coming in. So that when things are down, that's when you start looking at possibilities of maybe making money on the side, or what do they call it, cottage industry? Or
they do Airbnbs. The gig industry. You see
that's
people.
What I was trying to think of.
Yeah, because you see a lot of people. You don't necessarily need a car either. You can have a scooter or a bike and work for DoorDash. You could deliver all day, and I've seen the YouTube videos myself. Some people earn $700 per week doing DoorDash.
Exactly. And not only that, what's happening is that with the economy being down, with the internet, now you've got Facebook, you've got,
Instagram,
TikTok, all of these different things that people are used to, or they weren't used to before, but now they're becoming used to using.
Yes.
And people before were not into looking on their cell phone and ordering groceries, ordering food, ordering clothes, or whatever it may be. I'm amazed at how I used to, years ago, go into the store and you search for an item and look for this and go from this store. That store doesn't have it, well, go to the next store. Now go to the next store. Well, the cost of gas right now.
Gas is too expensive for that now. $5 a gallon, nearly. Nowadays, you see people, they can go online, you can find there's retail arbitrage and stuff like that. You have your groceries delivered to right to your doorstep.
Not only that, the thing is that amazed me is I think it was you that actually got me into doing it, where I would look for, remember that we were looking for the recorders, for the microphones and whatnot.
Went on eBay. I mean, in this day and age, some things you can't find at a pawn shop.
Not only that, you can go out and you can find an item and you can go into, let's say, for example, Amazon and order it at night. And in the morning when you wake up, it's sitting outside.
It's sitting right outside.
I mean, come on, you can't get it no better than that. It's almost like calling up a pizza and they say, we'll be there in an hour with it.
And the thing is, in this economy, it's not going away. They're saying COVID actually increased online ordering by 10 years because some people were forced to do it due to the quarantine. You see a lot of places have curbside delivery now. You see a lot of places say they didn't touch your food. They have like a special container just for the DoorDash person delivered to your house.
And so a lot of things are changing as far as this happening. And now you can come into the picture by starting your own little business. What is it that you do that's different from anybody else? Some people started, we had a client, remember, looking for a building because the mother liked to bake.
Oh, yes.
So they look for a building for a bakery. Many times we have people that call us up that they're looking for a commercial space. And we had a young lady who's looking for a building for a daycare.
Correct, yes, daycare.
Started babysitting at home and now wanted a daycare center because her business was flourishing and expanding so much. You can start all kinds of businesses out there right now, and it, like my son said, it doesn't take a lot of money.
It doesn't, but some people don't realize you can go on LegalZoom.com. They help you make an LLC. Imagine you do that for your small business. You report income for 2 years, and then at that point you can take it to the next level, which we tell people go to the SBA. And people don't realize is SBA is there to help you.
That's it. Speaking of that, a lot of times what happens is people don't know how to put together a business plan. And today one of the things that we did want to talk about is what do you need to do to get started in a business? Well, first of all, the business starts in your head. You think about it.
Right.
And you say to yourself, I can do this, you know? And then there's always that doubt. No, maybe you should wait. No, you can't. This, that, back and forth. You know, procrastination has killed many dreams.
Yes, yes. Some people may think they're not experienced enough or anything, but that's where you get the experience, by actually doing and taking action and starting where you're at currently.
And what happens is that when you want to, you know, put it all together, the first thing you have to do, and I tell everybody, is write it down. If there's something that you want to do, no matter what it may be, write it, get a pen and a paper out and write down what the things are that you want to do. Set a goal for yourself. Decide what it is that you want to do and set a goal as to how long it's going to take you to achieve that goal. And you may not hit that goal, but, you know, at least you have something that you're aiming for. You got to have a goal as to where it is that you want to go, how much profit you want to make, and don't be afraid to aim big.
Yes, like they say, shoot for the stars. So, what, you land amongst the moon or something?
You might land on the moon.
Yes, definitely. We tell people, you know, we encourage people, especially, you know, in this economy coming up, the recession we're going to have. It's best for you to, you know, do what you do best. Look for your talents and see how you can basically explore those and turn them into a business.
So, you know, sometimes, you know, you take, what is it? You take lemons and you make lemonade.
Yeah, there you go, lemonade.
You know, there's all kinds of sayings
Yes.
and everything, but you yourself can get out there and, you know, maybe we can jumpstart you to get out there and get into business. And like we said, the biggest, you know, I'll tell you what, Google this if you do nothing else. Go to Google and Google, do I need money to go into business?
Yeah, there you go.
Because I had that conversation with someone 2 weeks ago, and they were saying, oh, I need money. I can't do this. I don't have the money to go into business. I could never go into business. I don't have any money. So I didn't tell them what I was doing. I just Googled, do I need money to go into business? And it must have been about maybe 20 websites they showed me that popped up, and they all said, No, you don't need money. And every one of them explained how they got started, how they didn't have money. And I said, see there? I said, because sometimes when you say things, people don't believe you.
Oh, yes.
But when you look at people that have done it, and you have one after another, after another, after another, after another, telling you how they did it and how they didn't have any money when they started out. Look at, a lot of people admire the music industry. Look at all of these people that make billions. You know, Jay-Z, this one and that one. They're making not millions, not hundreds of millions, billions of dollars. You know, Dr. Dre, all of these different producers. They started out selling records in the trunk of their car. Trunk of their car. They came up with an idea, made a little mixtape, and they went around from neighborhood to neighborhood with a speaker hanging from the top of the car and a trunk full of music, selling it on the streets, one person at a time. You know?
But today's age, somebody will say, well, Mr. Scott, there are no cassettes, there are no CDs. I'll tell you something I've seen a lot lately. People go on Instagram, they go on TikTok, and they turn on the live stream. When you turn on a live stream on TikTok, you're going to get about 200 to 300 people. And what they do is they start demonstrating a product they may have bought, or maybe one of their talents or services. This day and age, you can get people watching you. You can put your Cash App in your biography. People can send you funds, and you can go right to the post office, mail that item. Or if it's a service, maybe you could do taxes. You can go on TikTok Live and say, hey, I do taxes. You're going to get some response.
So actually, it's easier now.
I was say it's easier these days.
You know, I was thinking, well, you know, that sounded like a unique way of doing it, but it is easier today to do it than ever before. You don't even have to do that. You know, remember what was that clothing company, FUBU?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
For us, by us, FUBU. They started
in
out
the back of a car.
Back of the car.
Yeah.
You know, had his girlfriend sewing clothes during the afternoon, actually buying materials, sewing it in the living room, the bedroom, putting it in the trunk of the car and going around and selling it. Sold the company for I don't know how many hundreds of millions of dollars.
Exactly.
But I'm just saying, today you don't even have to do that because you could do it online.
Yes.
On the internet. I know recently you bought a couple of suits. And the company or the store that I usually go to, I went there and I looked inside and I saw the people working there and I knocked on the door, but they came to the door and they said, we don't do any retail.
They said, go to the website.
We don't let people in the door anymore. And I'm like, really? I said, but look at all the boxes you got stacked in, all the merchandise. They said, we only do online.
Only online.
I went online, oh my God.
Oh.
I went to the store before, they might have had maybe 40, 50 suits. Online, they had 1,000 suits.
Unlimited inventory.
And everything that they had there, basically you go online, you order it, and they drop ship it out to you. So that's another thing. You can drop ship. I remember years ago that term. You don't have to have inventory.
No, you don't.
That was the other thing. You say, oh, I need money to go into business. Where am I going to get the merchandise from? Well, the companies that have the merchandise, what you do is you put together a website. With the website, you advertise all of the goods and all of the items that the store has. And then when the people order from you, what you do is you actually send an email or whatever it is, order to the company. The company sends the item directly to the customer, and you get your commission. So you could have a store, put 1,000 items on your website that you sell, and you don't have an item, not one item in your house.
Now, some people may say, well, how do I build a website? I give this website to a lot of people, and it changes their lives. Go to Fiverr.com. Fiverr.com. There's 2 R's in it. And basically, you can have anything done there, whether it's advertising.
How do you spell that? Maybe.
Fiverr. That's what gets people the second R in their Fiverr. And when you go there, there's basically have different types of services, from retail to drop shipping to website creation, commercials, wherever you need done, even LLC, they'll help you with that. You'll see different contractors up there who are willing to help you start your business, and for affordable too.
So there you go. You can go on to
Fiverr.
Fiverr.com, build your website. They also have accountant and all of the other different things. And you can start that out. Then you just get the products. It's easier to get the products because then you can go to a lot of companies that drop ship products. So you could have a website customized for you, have all of your products, name your company, start an LLC, and you're in business.
There you go.
what you have to do is just basically do some research of what is the need, what do you think people like, and don't necessarily look at what you want or what you like. It's what the customer wants.
Yes.
A lot of times I see businesses start up and fail because the person that starts the business does everything that they want and that they like. Well, maybe that's outdated.
And then some people may say, well, Mr. Scott, how do I know what's what they call trending now? That's easy too. Go to Google, type in trending products, or even better, go to Amazon. Look at the movers and shakers page. It's called the movers and shakers page. It'll tell you the most popular items in the United States right now. Look at that item and say, where can I find this item for cheaper, and make my own website.
So there you go. There's a lot of ways in which you can do it. And even Amazon. I used to think of Amazon as this company that manufactures all these goods, and Amazon has all these thousands of workers making this and making that. And I was shocked. Amazon really doesn't make too much of anything.
Amazon's a big middleman. People don't realize that. A lot of companies go through Amazon. What Amazon, excels in is their distribution, their logistics.
And they open up the warehouses. They get all the items. They put the items in the warehouse. You call the number, go into the warehouse. They pick it out, or a robot picks it out, and then they ship it out to you. The other thing about Amazon is that they have a special section or division for entrepreneurs. If you have a product, maybe you might know a little bit about that. Tell them.
What it's called is Amazon FBA, Fulfillment by Amazon. And what you do is you do your research beforehand, because with every business there is risk. It's not 100% profit. You do your research, you find what is trending, or what, for example, I'll give an example from 5 years ago. People may remember this. The fidget spinner. The fidget spinner was everywhere. Gas stations started buying them. Toys R Us was still back then. But what you could do is, let's say you find a supplier, maybe in China or something. Instead of having them send you 100 fidget spinners to your house, send it directly to Amazon. They store it in their warehouse. You're the seller, but people buy it from Amazon. Amazon delivers it, but you still keep part of your portion. You make money without having a store or a website.
So you see, there's all kinds of ways that you can make money, and it doesn't take money to make money or to start up. Most of the people that you know that have big companies or big startups, they didn't start out with a lot of money. They started out with just an idea, and they took that idea and they put that idea together. You can go out tomorrow, put yourself a website together, get yourself set up with a distributor, and start doing email blasts.
Exactly.
And then you say, well, okay, where do I get the customers? Well, just for the mere fact that you can go on, many people, look at it this way. I know some people out there, they rave about Facebook. I got 1,000 Facebook followers.
There you go.
There's 1,000 people right there that may want your product. And that 1,000 people, if they notify one other person, there's 2,000, 3,000.
Exactly.
What is it they call the influencers, right?
People don't realize. People see Instagram, they see Kim Kardashian and stuff like that. She has millions of followers. She gets money from big brands that pay for her to post stuff. Now, she may be out of the league for most people. She charges hundreds of thousands of dollars. But what you can do is you can go on Google, type in influencers for hire. Look for people that are charging $30, $50. Maybe they have 200,000 followers. Those are 200,000 people that you didn't have yesterday that can see your product and probably purchase it.
So there's all sorts of ways that you can go into business, and you can set up a business, and you can get their people to follow you. And today it's more about being able to influence people or have people actually listen to you, but you have to give value. Give them an idea of something that you can give them that will make their lives a lot easier.
Yes.
And it doesn't, a lot of times, it's just talking, being able to talk to people. I was reading one of the motivational, listening to one of the motivational speakers, and he was saying to all of his people out there, if you want to go into business, and if you want to achieve a lot of success and things in life, he said, then the first thing you have to do is learn how to talk.
Oh, yes.
He said, you can't be an introvert and sit up in a corner and be afraid to talk to people and have any influence in life. He says, you must learn how to talk. And he says, if you have a fear of talking, if you don't know how to get out and mingle, you can join an organization. What is it, Toastmasters?
Yeah, I was gonna say Toastmasters. You can go on there. They have now they have online classes at Toastmasters. Not only do they have in person, someone could be, because I think Toastmasters may be in New York. You can go online, do Zoom calls. They can teach you how to, do your stature, how to talk, and how to project your voice. And those skills will bring you far.
Right, because what's happening is you're out there and you're communicating with people. And you never know who you may communicate with out there who may be touched by what your presentation,
Yes.
or someone who, a lot of times people see more ability and more capability in you than you do yourself.
Oh, yes.
And when you get out there and you talk and you're sincere and you're trying to help someone, and that person realizes that you need assistance, they may be happy to assist you.
Mm-hmm.
And you never know where that person can be. It could be a next door neighbor, it could be someone halfway around the world.
Exactly.
And so what happens is that you can get assistance, people will help you, but you have to be able to get out there and talk and say things to them. One of the things that you were pointing out to me the other day, which was amazing, I was watching a documentary.
Yes.
And the person that was doing all the talking was a computer.
Oh, yes, yes. Some people may say now, I don't care what you say, Mr. Scott, I'm an introvert, I want to stay in the house, I'm shy. But well, guess what you can do? You can contract that work. Let's say you want to make a YouTube page where you don't want to show your face. What you can do, like I said again, at Fiverr.com, pay somebody to summarize what you want them to say. You can pay a voice actor or even an artificial voice. And what they can do is turn that video and make it real. For example, let's say you want to make a video about a tour of a certain city or something like that. You could take the footage yourself, then upload it to Fiverr. That person could then narrate it for you. And you sit back and collect the ad revenue from that video.
And you don't even have to say anything. You
Yes.
just write it out. How many times do you hear people write books and they never wrote a page in the book, but they have what they call a ghostwriter?
Ghostwriters, yes, you see those often too.
And that's from anyone to even the wealthiest people. You read the book and you're amazed, and you want them to do a book signing, and you're so proud that they wrote this book, and hear them, and they didn't even write the book.
It's a ghostwriter.
They gave the person their ideas, and they interviewed them on a microphone, and sometimes they never even seen the person.
Oh yeah, sometimes they'll just email them the voice recording.
And they write a book, and now they got down there authored by, and so now you're signing a book, or that person signing a book, and
You didn't even write.
giving you a book, and that's the first time. Sometimes they probably didn't even read the book themselves.
Exactly.
So there's many, with the technology that we have now in the world, and all of the things that can be done, there's not too much that an individual can't do. So
Yes.
you got to look into yourself and say, well, okay, what are some of the things that I can find out that I can do? Mm-hmm. And like I said, with a downturn, like a lot of times they have this saying that says, buy in the dip.
Yes.
In other words, when things go down, that's when you buy. It's like
Yes.
in the stock market. In the stock market, people wait for the stock market to go down, and then they buy.
Well, some people may call it the stocks are on sale when they're red.
That's it. So there's an advantage in everything. There's a plus and a minus, and you got to figure out and look at the bright side. In other words, there's always something out there that what you look at may be gloom, but the other person may look at may be good. So you've got to figure out how you can, make yourself better off, how you can achieve what you're looking to achieve.
Yes.
And it doesn't really take too much, but if you're constantly dwelling on the negative, you will never get past go.
Yes, definitely. Some people may say I'm not motivated, but I must say, back in the day before YouTube and internet, you had to buy motivational tapes. You had to go to Tony Robbins, spend them $2,000 for a seminar. A lot of stuff is for free now, right on YouTube. You can type in anything, motivation for this, that, and you'll listen to recordings, and those will get you going also.
That's true. I remember years ago, I used to have to spend money to go buy all these albums or CDs and listen to these people. And, and don't even think about going to some of the live seminars. It was $200 or more just to go into the room and listen to the person. And I think about how things have changed. Now you can go on YouTube and you can put in there all of the names of all these, fantastics. You can hear speakers from all over the world. And if you didn't get that point, you say, oh, wait a minute, what did he say?
You rewind
You
it.
rewind it. They go, "Duh-duh-duh-duh," and start all over again. And you can hear it over and over and over again until you get that point. I
Yes.
think it's fantastic. So there's no reason today for any person not to be able to at least acknowledge and find out things that are going on. I went to a graduation, was it last Sunday?
Last Sunday.
I went to a graduation last Sunday. It was post university, and I was talking to the young lady, and she said, "Oh yeah." I was telling her all about post university because I used to be on their advisory board, their business advisory board, and I was telling her about the college and the people that were there, and she says, "Well, I don't know." She says, "I never met them." She says, "I never been to the university." And I'm like, and I'm old school. I'm like,
How'd you graduate?
how'd
You
you
never been
graduate
there.
from college and you never been to the college? She says, "Oh, I took everything online." I'm like, "Wow." I said, "You took it?" I said, "So you never?" She said, "No, all my courses were taken online." She got a bachelor's degree. Now, I also ran into my niece that was there, and I hadn't seen her in years and years. And I guess her daughter was graduating, and it's been like 15 years since I seen her, and she's talking to me and how's this person, how's that person. She says, "Oh yeah, my daughter just graduated too." And I says, "Oh, she went to post," and she says, "No, she did it online." And I'm like, out of all the people here, did anybody go to college?
Right?
Does anyone know where the school is?
Exactly. So you can see in this day and age, things are more accessible. Maybe you have a daytime job from 9 to 5. Why not try to go to college at night, online, in your pajamas in your bed? Get a degree to advance your career, increase your income, and make some changes in your life.
Right. All of these people, and the people I'm talking about, they all have jobs.
Yep.
So they did it online. They got their degrees online. They got the bachelor's. And then the first thing she says, "Well, I'm going to continue on now and get another degree. I'm going to get my master's degree and all that." So, there's really no excuse for you not to achieve or to excel.
Yes.
In other words, there's excuses. Let me put it that way.
Yes.
There's excuses, but that's what they are, excuses.
Excuses.
Because you should be able to do whatever it is in your mind that you can achieve. And if you don't make it and you fail, try again.
Exactly. Don't give up.
So I'll give you the final say.
Yes. So in summary, as you see with the technology and everything today, there's no excuse, and we're here to come to you guys every week with value and different tips to help you, proceed to make your life better.
And with that, until next week, God bless. Shalom.
Amen.
Hey.